WordPress releases 2 major updates a year and several minor ones in between. This video is a complete guide on how to update your WordPress site safely and effectively. I'll show you the 5 most important things to do before updating your site. Then I'll show you the different methods to update your site, followed by the 4 most important things to do after the update. Lastly, I'll share fixes for the 3 common errors that most people run into during this process. Let's begin. Here are the 5 main steps that help you avoid failed updates or downtime. Firstly, take a complete backup before the update, which means backing up both the files and the database. Most backup plugins are far less reliable than you think, so please check the comparison that I've linked above of all the top backup plugins. You can also check out our own plugin BlogVault, which has helped over 1 million sites and is one of the most reliable backup plugins in the market. Next, you should turn off your website caching because it can save pages that are undergoing maintenance and present a broken or incomplete version of your site to your visitors. So it's best to turn it off before you start the updates. After that, update your themes and plugins because it helps you avoid incompatibility issues later on. Once they are updated, I need you to deactivate them before the update. Why? So that after the update, you can activate them one by one, and in case there is any issue waiting to happen, you'll know what the source of it is immediately. Also, please copy all changes that you've made to your core files like your htaccess file or the wp-config file. Lastly, please remember to install a WordPress maintenance plugin to keep out any visitors during the updating process, because ideally the update should not affect operations much, but it is better to be cautious. Next, let's discuss how to update WordPress to a new version. Ideally speaking, you should update WordPress as soon as the update is released, but if that's not possible, you should update your site once every month. Some people ask if they can upgrade WordPress later on as well. You can, but it's always better to apply updates within 1 to 2 weeks after they are released. Updating WordPress can take as little as 5 minutes or as long as 5 days, depending on the method you use. Manual updates take a considerable amount of time and are quite complex, whereas updating with a plugin like BlogVault is much easier. How can you tell when your WordPress is updated? Well, you can add this to the end of your URL and check the WordPress version on your site. Now, there are various ways to update WordPress, but if you ask me, I'd recommend using a staging site because it is the safest and most efficient way to do it. Let's discuss how to do that. A staging site is a copy of your live site where you can test the aftermath of an update and make sure that there are no code conflicts or potential site breaks. You can download a separate plugin for staging, or you can use a plugin BlogVault, which has backups, update management, and staging all combined into one dashboard. You can create a staging site with just a click, and when you're done testing, you can merge those changes to your live site with also just a click. So it's really easy to use it. Here's how you do it. Firstly, install BlogVault and connect your site. BlogVault will automatically sync and back up your site. Now go to the staging panel and select Add Staging. The latest backup and PHP version are rendered by default, so you can just click on Continue. When the staging site is ready, BlogVault will give you a username and password to ensure that it's not accessible to anyone else. Note this down because you're going to need it later. Next, click on Visit Staging Site. A pop-up window will appear with the staging site URL. Enter the credentials you noted down in the previous step. You can access the staging site's admin panel by adding WP-Admin at the end of the staging site URL. To log in, you can use the same WP-Admin credentials as your live site. Next, you will see this kind of notification on your staging WP-Admin dashboard. Click on It Now. If you're happy with the updates, you can then go here and simply click on Merge. BlogVault will ask you for your FTP credentials, which you can then get from your web host. Once you enter them, it will merge all the changes with your live site. And that's it. Your site is now safely updated. Let's now discuss how to update WordPress using the WordPress admin dashboard. This method is basically the same one that we followed with staging, minus the safety of a staging site. I don't recommend it because it can cause your site to break if the update is incompatible with any of your themes and plugins. However, if you are adamant on doing it directly, you can then go to your WP-Admin dashboard and find Updates. You will see a notification on your updates page that says a new version is available. Click on Please Update Now. If it is a major update, you will see a welcome page that details all the new changes in the update. Now, in case you want to get rid of the effort of updating a WordPress site each time, you can set up automatic WordPress updates as well, which we'll discuss in the next section. There are multiple ways to set up automatic updates for WordPress. I'll link a blog in the description with step-by-step instructions for each of them. I personally don't recommend these methods because they don't take an automatic backup before applying the update. So in case the update breaks your site, you'll be in a big mess. You can automate updates with peace of mind by using BlogVault because it takes a backup automatically before each update, ensuring that your site can be restored in minutes. Here's how you do it. Navigate to the site details page. There you will find an option on the dashboard for auto update. Click on schedule to set up daily, weekly or monthly updates on the next screen. As you can see, you can set up updates for plugins, themes, and WordPress itself. Enable the checkboxes for backups and visual regression, and continue. On the next screen, you will see all the schedules you have set up for your account and modify, pause, or delete them if you so choose. Now let's discuss the 3 important steps after updating the site. Some updates can end up breaking things on your site. It can be as minor as headers and footers changing site, or as major as the site refusing to load at all. Here are the 4 main things you need to do. First, check your site for errors, broken design, or even downtime. Hit all the important pages like the home page, products page, features page, blog pages, and so on. Also, test out menu links, contact forms, search boxes, and other important UI elements. Then, check your WordPress admin for error messages. If you have any, you can watch the next chapter where we show you how to fix this. Just watch these 2 remaining steps before you jump there. Number 3, one of the things we've asked you to do was to deactivate your plugins and themes before you updated WordPress. Now's the time to activate all plugins and themes, but one by one, and check your site after each activation. I know this sounds tedious, but if there are any issues waiting to happen, you will know which plugin or theme is the culprit. Number 4, clear the caches from WordPress, browser, and plugin so that the latest version of your site will load. Then turn on site caching. Oh, and remove that maintenance plugin, and bam, you're done. You've successfully updated your WordPress site. Now, everyone faces an update error one time or the other. It's inevitable. So I'll show you now how to fix the 3 most common update errors. The HTTP 500 error or 500 internal server error is the most common error and possibly the most annoying one. Why? Because it can occur for many different reasons, but none of those reasons are mentioned in the error message. So it's so frustrating to figure out what happened and how to fix it. Most commonly, this error is caused by a misbehaving plugin. So the first call to action is to deactivate all the plugins and enable them one at a time. If that doesn't fix the issue for you, don't worry. We've made a video on how to fix this and I'll link it above for you. The failed update message appears on the admin dashboard when you've tried to update via the dashboard or if you updated WordPress manually using FTP. To remove the message, use FTP to log into your site server and delete the maintenance file. Now, if you're facing the update database error loop, then check the article that I've linked in the description below to fix it. File permission errors occur because to update WordPress, you need access to core files. And if this access is not available, then the update will fail. We've made a video on how to fix file permission errors, which I'll link above. If you're unable to fix an error, you can just restore from your site backup and try again. Now, most people assume that WooCommerce is secure or the security plugin is good enough, but you will be shocked by how vulnerable you really are. Watch this quick video to get a reality check about how safe you really are. Comment below if you're confused about something or smash that like button if I helped you today. This is Julian, your friendly neighborhood geek, and I will see you again next week.